Hey, all you Bush School cats and kittens. Thanks for having me here, and thanks for being here. They say that high school is the best years of your life. Now the question is, what kind of misanthropic shell of a person would tell someone that the years they're leaving behind were the best years of their life? Congratulations, it's all downhill from here. And if they haven't already, someone's going to tell you that you're about to enter the real world. Using a definition of reality that does not appear in the dictionary, they mean to say that life outside of high school can be unfair. But frankly, if anything is unfair, it's high school. We do have to give adults some slack. They remember their adolescence through the nostalgia goggles. Everything looks better, as my mother would say, in the retrospectoscope. Human memory is very malleable. That's how your therapist convinced you that you're part of a satanic cult in the early 80s. So it's easy to see how your proverbial spectacles become rose-tinted over time. Besides, teenagers look like they have it easy, am I right? Yeah. We don't really have the same problems adults have. Your career, your mortgage, your marriage, death and taxes, arguing with the insurance company, paying for your ungrateful kid's private school, quiet desperation that slowly eats you from the inside out. But that certainly doesn't mean teenagers don't have problems. Homework, tests, relationships, breakups, homework, peer pressure, raging hormones, sex, drugs, rock and roll, the internet, acne, embarrassing body odor, whatever the cool kids are doing, budding awareness of mortality, homework, underdeveloped decision-making abilities, and an overwhelming number of decisions to be made. That one chick who you think doesn't really like you, but you don't know why, and they're just being paranoid that every time you see her, it's like, oh. Those are just the problems that are on the surface. Parents' struggles with finances or divorce can have a huge impact on their kids. We're supposed to be figuring out our futures, and our lives are in a constant state of upheaval. There's so many changes in our brain chemistry and our lives that it can be extremely difficult just to hold it together. 20% of teenagers will experience depression before reaching adulthood. There are 56 students on the stage, so statistically, 11.2 of us will have experienced depression. One of us was so depressed that they're only a fraction of their former self. But seriously, that's pretty heavy stuff, considering it's a disease characterized by the inability to enjoy anything. The worst part is, when you're a teenager, no one takes you seriously. They give you a pat on the head and tell you high school is the best years of your life. Well, I say congratulations, Bush School class of 2010. High school is the worst years of your life. Okay, well, maybe not, but it's pretty bad, and you should feel great sitting where you are because you survived. Your parents spent a lot of time, effort, and money putting you through the trials of Job, and you're still here to talk about it. It's very tempting to remember high school as one big chocolate-covered, intellectually stimulating free money party, but I'm here to ask you all to remember the hard times. The, why am I crying? I can't stop crying times. The next person who talks to me is going to die times. And the, oh boy, this is awkward times. Remember how you made it through. That's right, you. I am so proud of each and every student sitting on this stage. I know you'll go on to do great things. And you know how I know it? Because if you can survive this, well, you can do pretty much anything. But listen, it's not all bad. In fact, it's not even mostly bad. What makes high school terrible is also what makes it wonderful. Science says that friendships are formed through proximity, and here at the Bush School we have plenty of that. But the best friendships of your life are formed through hardship, and any high school has plenty of that. If you know me well, or if you're a West Wing fan, you've probably heard this before, but it bears repeating. A man is walking along and he falls in a hole. The hole is deep, and there's nothing he can grab onto. No matter how hard he tries to climb out, he can't. And then he sees a doctor walking by. He calls out to him, "Doctor, doctor, please help me, I'm trapped in this hole." The doctor writes him a prescription, throws it down in the hole, and keeps walking. Then a priest comes by. The man says, "Father, help me, Father, I'm trapped in this hole." So the priest says a prayer and keeps walking. Then a friend comes by. The man says, "Hey, Joe, boy, am I glad to see you, Joe, I'm trapped in a hole." And Joe jumps down to the hole with him. The man can't believe it. He says, "What are you doing? Now we're both in the hole." And Joe says, "Yes, but I've been here before and I know the way out." My best friends are my best friends because when I was in a hole, they didn't hesitate for jumping down that hole with me. I know I would do the same for them any day. Even if that day is 20 years from now, I want to be there. I will be there. Maybe eventually you'll forget about paramecium, the Revolutionary War, but there are two things I'm asking you never to forget. The things you overcame getting to this moment, and the people who helped you overcome them. I'm going to miss you guys so much, but hey, I hear college is the best years of your life.
The Bush School was founded on the principle of trust.